Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? It is currently, let's see what time it is, 5:10 p.m. on Wednesday, early evening, late afternoon. It's very warm outside today. Let's see what the temperature is. I'm gonna guess that it's 86 or 87. It's warm and muggy outside. And very, very windy. Oh, it says 92. It's 92 outside. It says it feels like 102. Special weather statement. Max heat index values between 95 and 105 this afternoon. Ample sunshine and warm low levels will lead to hot temperatures this afternoon. Current expectations are for highs in the low 90s with dew points in the low to mid 70s. This translates to heat index values around 100 degrees. Limit time outdoors today if possible, if outside this afternoon. Drink plenty of water and spend as much time drink plenty of water and spend as much time in the shade as possible. Do not leave children or pets inside vehicles. Look before you lock. So, that's the temperature today. It's been super, I thought I was going to say something about the wind advisory. It's been really, really windy today. I stayed up late last night and I watched Only Murders in the Building, and then I also watched an episode of, what do you call it? Flowers in the Attic, The Origin. So I'm 3 episodes in. I have 1 episode left to watch of that. And then I'm done with that, and then I don't know what I'm going to watch next. Alex started watching a new series that I have on my list, and it's called Surface. And it's on Apple TV, and he started watching that yesterday, and he said he really, really liked it. So, mostly what I have been doing is freaking out, being in panic mode about this procedure that I am having tomorrow. First of all, I just want to say thank you for all of the kind thoughts, prayers, and messages that you guys sent me. The comments were just overwhelming and meant so much to me. I've read every single comment that I received on the video. I'm nervous about it, you know, and yeah, I just registered. So you have to do like pre-registration before you go, you know, to have the procedure done. And I just did the pre-registration, and I don't know, that made it even more real for me. I have to be up at like 4:30 or 5 in the morning so that I can be there by 6. And it really helped that so many people shared things that they had gone through and procedures that they had had. Like, I really, really appreciate that. That really helped a lot. You know, that's kind of the same idea of recovery as, you know, one addict sharing with another. And so it makes it easier. I don't know. I'm just scared. It's, you know, I had my counseling session today, my therapy session, and I talked to my therapist about it, like, at length, and we talked about it being like fear of the unknown, fear of not having control over a certain situation, and I know that that's what it is, you know, like, that I've never done this before. I have no idea what to expect, and that, you know, somebody said on there, it sounds like it's minimally invasive. That's what they said. When they first told me about it in the hospital, they said that we'll do conscious sedation, like you won't be put under all the way. But then when I talked to the nurse yesterday, the clinical nurse, she said, no, you will be put under completely. I think that's what scares me. I mean, all of it scares me, honestly, but... So, yeah. Can't drink or eat anything after midnight, which... I'm not even hungry today. Like, I'm not even wanting to eat anything. Feeling very anxious. I honestly wasn't going to film anything today, and then I was like, there's no reason for you not to film your vlog. But I was kind of like looking through like drama stuff or stuff to review, and I just was not in that mindset. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to keep on taking a couple days off until this is this procedure is over and I'm feeling better, hopefully, you know, and I mean, I don't feel bad now, but I'll feel less anxious when the procedure is over and I can get back to, you know, filming videos and doing stuff. And so many of you were like, don't feel like you have to post and all that kind of stuff. I don't feel like I have to post. It's sometimes a good distraction for me, honestly, to film videos about stuff, but today I just was like, I have stuff here to review, and I just was like pulling it out, and I was like looking at it, and I just was like, I'm just not in the mood today, you know, like I'm scared, I'm nervous, I'm anxious about this tomorrow. And so yeah, I kind of took care of business, and like I said, I pre-registered for it and had my therapy session and just kind of did that kind of stuff. Last night I did end up going to my meeting. When I got done vlogging, Alex and I laid down for a little bit, and then I got up and I took a shower and got dressed, and then he took me over to Tanya's, and our friends, we have friends that are a couple that are both sober, they picked Tanya and I up, and we all went to the meeting together and stuff, and it was really fun. And I actually, in the meeting last night, so we break up into small groups. I've talked about this on here before, but we break up into small groups, and so each group has like 6 or 7 people in it, 8 people, I don't know, it just depends. Ours last night had 1, 2, 3. Oh, my husband's calling me. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back. He's on his way home. So I told him that when he got home, I would finish the vlog and then we could hang out and talk for a little bit. I told him, I said, I'm scared. He goes, well, what are you scared about, babe? And I said, well, this is scary to me. Like, I've never, you know. And he goes, well, I'm going to be there with you. Everything's going to be fine. So, anyway, but about last night. So, our friends, I already said that. Our friends picked us up when we went to the meeting. So, we break up. There were, I don't know how many people there were in my group last night. It was me, guy next to me, I think there were 6 or 7 people in our group, and there were 7 people in our group, and I brought up fear and like managing fear in relation to you know, big things that happen in our lives, and it was helpful. Like, a lot of people like shared like experiences that they had had. One of my friends came up to me afterwards and talked to me, and he had had a very similar procedure, but it was for like his heart, where they put a catheter in. My cousin Caroline, you know, she told me that my Uncle Dave had catheters put in on a pretty regular basis because he was a long-term heart patient. I don't know, I'm just like, it's scary to me because I've never had this done before, and so yeah, so went to the meeting last night, and then after the meeting we stopped at the gas station, we got fountain pops, and I've noticed that I've been like really kind of caffeine sensitive lately. So I've talked about that on here before. So I got a Sprite last night, which was delicious, and I got the Reese's sticks. And yeah, so then I came home, and Alex and I were gonna watch RuPaul's Drag Race last night, but I just kind of wanted to relax a little bit, and I didn't want to like focus on a TV show, and so I ended up resting, and I slept for like an hour, and then I got up, and when I got up he was going to bed, and I slept a little bit longer, and then I got up and I watched Only Murders in the Building, and then I also watched that episode. Those episodes of that Flowers in the Attic show are like an hour and 36 minutes long. I actually really like the show. I'm kind of surprised because it's like an era piece, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it takes place like in the early 1900s. I don't usually love stuff like that, but it's really kept my attention. I'm kind of surprised. So, and it's done by the people that I think it's done by the people that, like, on Lifetime have done, like, all of the other V.C. Andrews movies, which are typically horrible. We used to go, like, when the very first one came out, we went over to Melissa and Jason's, and we, like, ordered pizza or something and, like, watched it over there. Like, I feel like we watched one over there. I can't remember. Maybe it was, like, the Heaven book series or whatever. So I'm thinking about, they're all, like, online. You can watch them all. I'm thinking about watching those when I get done with these. I don't know. I'll probably start watching that Surface show because Alex is watching that. People are saying that, like, once you go through anesthesia, like, you're, like, really tired, like, the rest of the day. So I have a feeling tomorrow I'll be really, really tired and won't be really wanting to do a whole lot, I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, that's been kind of my life the last 24 hours. Got up today, made the bed, did a bunch of stuff, did a load of laundry, washed comfy clothes to wear to the hospital tomorrow because she told me, she was like, you're going to want to wear something comfortable home. And I said, okay. And yeah, that's about it. I'm trying just to put one foot in front of the other. One of my friends last night was like, you just gotta put one foot in front of the other and, you know, things will get better, and you gotta, you know, like, trust that, you know, what's your spiritual foundation and all this kind of stuff. And I do feel that way. There's this, like, recovery idea that faith and fear can't live in the same place. And I really struggle with that concept. Like, I really, really struggle with that concept. You know, that if you have strong faith in a higher power, that means you don't feel any fear whatsoever. I'm going to pull this closer because it's, like, getting really windy. You guys want to see, look. But there's this concept that, you know, if you have strong faith, then you don't have any fear, right? And I even can remember when my mom was sick, like, before she went in the hospital the first time, and she, like, couldn't walk down the stairs. And I remember we thought, like, maybe it was, like, a psych issue. Like, my aunt had said something to me that maybe it was, like, something was going on, you know, like, she was thinking herself into this or whatever. And we said something to her about, like, you know, like, having faith, and she was like, this isn't, like, a question of faith. Like, if I knew what it was, and I can remember I asked my mom, like, why she wasn't, like, fighting it, and she was like, if I knew what it was, I could fight it. I don't know what it is, because at that point we didn't know what it was. And I don't know, I just guess I feel a little bit like that, like, I do know what it is, but still it scares me and it terrifies me, you know. And so hopefully everything will go well, and that tomorrow afternoon I'll be home. And she said that, like, it's an outpatient procedure and I should be able to go home unless something happens, and then they would admit me, like, overnight just to watch me, and then I would be home the next day. So I don't know. Okay, I wanted to read some of the comments because a couple people asked some questions, and now I can't remember what the questions were. So many people sent me prayers. I just want to say I really, really appreciate it, and I can use all the prayers. Yeah, so many people in here shared experiences. Like, Tia shared experiences that she's had really, that was helpful. So many people were like, you're gonna be okay. What was the question that I had? Maya was talking about having Versed, I think is the drug. My friend last night at the meeting told me about that too. Kathleen said, Peter, don't worry about posting until you feel up to it. Anesthesia makes you feel very sleepy for the rest of the day. Sending light, love, prayers, and hugs. Thank you so much. Jasmine said, Peter, I love Dead Like Me. I was so sad when they canceled it. I was too. Did you guys hear that they canceled that show on Netflix that I just got done watching, Love at First Bite, or whatever that was called? They canceled that show. That was a waste of a season. What is the question that I saw on here? Carrie's 2 cents. She said, my dad had this procedure done years ago after a car wreck. It went very smooth, and he had no more bleeding afterwards. Thank you so much. Tammy said, you will go to sleep and wake up in much better shape, so don't worry. You will be back home before you know it, tucked in with Boo. I hope so. Victoria said, hope you and Alex have Jets Pizza soon. Curious if Alex would enjoy it too. I don't know if he would enjoy it or not. But my cousin did send me a Jets Pizza that's very, very close to us. Court's Amazing said, don't worry, Peter, you've come this far and you're here for a reason. I really believe God is using you for good. Your journey here on earth is far from over. Have faith. I know you will be just fine. Thank you. It's hard to have faith in that sometimes, you know? And that's where, like, in finding gratitude for my life and everything that I have, I was talking about this last night, you know, and it's, that's the part where you just have to put one foot in front of the other and trust, you know, and I have to trust in my higher power, I guess. Victoria leaves 9 million comments, which I love. Where is this? I saw a question on here that I wanted to remember to answer. And now I don't see it. I think somebody asked me something about it being like a minimally invasive procedure. And they told me that it is, but To Hell and Back said, you can call your cable company and ask them to send you an upgraded modem. You should ask them every 2 months. I didn't know that. I'm gonna start doing that. Okay. Oh, Sherry said she shared that her son had a similar procedure. She said one thing that you will want to do is follow the post-op procedure of laying flat for the time they want you to. She said, I'll be thinking of you and you are loved. Take care of yourself. Oh, that's from Anita. Thank you, Anita. Yeah, they said that I would have to lay on my back for like 3 to 4 hours afterwards. Oh, here it is. Anna said, Peter, we will all be praying for you. It sounds minimally invasive at least. And the doctors wouldn't recommend it if the risks outweighed the benefits. May I ask, is this specifically to decrease the size of a subdural hematoma, hematoma, a curious cancer nurse. So that was the question that I wanted. My doctor has had me continue to have CAT scans since the accident every month. Well, at first it was every 2 weeks, and then it went every month. Because on like one side there's fluid, and on the other side there's bleeding. Well, it's not going away. And on the 23rd of June, he said it was mildly improved, but I guess with this most recent one, it doesn't look like it's mildly improved, and it was read by two neurosurgeons and a neurointerventionist, and they recommended this procedure. This procedure won't take the blood away. That's what the burr holes procedure does. This procedure goes in and it cauterizes the area where the bleed is, and so it stops it from further bleeding. And then the rest of the blood is supposed to just like soak, like the brain is supposed to soak it up, supposedly. That's what the nurse said to me on the phone yesterday. She said I will have a CAT scan at 2 weeks, which usually at that point she said you can't really tell any difference. I'll have one at 4 weeks, and at 4 weeks it should look like it's doing better, and then at 8 weeks. And at 8 weeks it should be almost fully improved or fully remedied, and all the blood would be gone. And if not, then they might have to go back in and redo the procedure, or do something else. But we've just been kind of sitting on it, waiting so that I wouldn't necessarily have to have this procedure. But now it's come down to this is what they're recommending. So yeah, I mean, everything that I've read says that it's minimally invasive. I don't know. I'm in the back of my mind, to be honest with you. If I get to the hospital and I freak out, I just won't have it done, I guess. But then what? I mean, what's my option? That I'm going to continue to have this blood on my brain? That I'll eventually it'll get so bad that eventually something has to happen. You know, I don't know. And like Alex is saying, you know, if this, because the doctor was saying that, oh, a leaf just fell all the way from up there. The doctor was saying that, you know, as far as like travel, we were taking it month by month, but he was like, I'm hopeful by the end of the year. So maybe this would mean that I could travel sooner than that. I don't know. And just as far as not, you know, and the other thing is like if it gets worse and things like that too, it's like puts me at further risk for further seizures and having to have more extensive, having to have, oh, Alex is home, I can hear his car, having to have neurosurgeons look at me on a more regular basis. And I'm already, you know, like going to a neurologist on a regular basis, having CAT scans, having all this stuff done. So I don't know if it means, you know, 8 weeks of this procedure and 8 weeks of having to follow it up and everything hopefully goes as planned, then I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm scared. I feel very grateful to be alive, and I feel very grateful to have the people that I have in my life that are so caring and so, you know, so helpful. And I mean, Caroline and Tanya and my recovery friends and Valerie and Sarah, Alex's friend, and Alex, you know, and everybody, my sponsor, has just been, my therapist, has just been unbelievable, right? And I feel so grateful for all of that. I'm gonna vlog for just a little bit longer. Yeah, I feel so incredibly grateful for that. But it doesn't mean that I'm not scared. And I think that's human to be scared, you know? So, well, I think that I am going to get off here. And I was going to vlog for a little bit longer, but since Alex is home, I'm going to make this vlog short tonight. These vlogs have been short lately, haven't they? And sign off and say thank you for this vlog's going to be like 20 some minutes long, but I want to go and spend some time with my husband, and I don't want to stay, I can't stay up too late tonight. I'm going to have to be in bed by like 8 or 9 to get up, you know. And I know I'm going to have a hard time falling asleep tonight. That's the other thing, is I'm going to be like, oh my God, I can't fall asleep. So, I'm going to get off here. But thank you guys so much for your positive thoughts, your positivity, your prayers, and all of your well wishes. It means the world to me. I don't really know what to say. It's like, you know, I think sometimes, like, before I ever got on YouTube, and, you know, before I ever started my vlog channel and whatever, you know, and I just, the connection that I've made with people has just been unbelievable, and it's just been so cool, and I'm just so grateful for it. So thank you so much, and I love you, and I will be back as soon as I can get back, and if everything goes well tomorrow and I am have access to, you know, like a phone, and I'm doing okay, I will let you guys know somehow. So I'm just real scared. I don't want to like say like thank, like, you know, like, and if I don't, like, thank you so much. But that's where I'm going in my head a little bit. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much. And remember these 3 important things. You can start your day over whenever you want. Practice random acts of kindness, but don't tell anyone. And most importantly, let somebody know how much they mean to you. Reach out and let somebody know how much they mean to you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And hopefully I'll be back real soon. And I love you guys, and I'll see you then. Bye. Love ya. Happy birthday, Lena. Oh, and for those that need to hear it, those that want to hear it, and those that just happen to stick around, one more, I love you. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Or see you whenever. Bye. Love ya.